Yes, sir.
Thank you for your time. Obviously, I know you're feeling the full brunt of our
It's
frustration
all
here.
good. It's all good.
I just want to know who was the architect behind this idea to start up this redesign.
Okay. Really? Okay, so let me give you a little history. So, of course, all of you guys who grew up in this area know that this area was served primarily by Tri-Borough Coach and Queens Surface. But the borough of Queens was definitely divided among the private bus territories, so much to the fact that we had 6 different networks operating in the same borough. Every company here historically was very territorial. Green Bus Lines, Jamaica Bus in Southeast Queens. The MTA had their area in Eastern Queens as well. All over New York City, our bus network it comprises of bus lines that were drawn 50, 60, 70 years ago that do not reflect the borough of Queens in particular that we have today. 70 years ago, Queens looked a lot different than it does today. However, its bus lines are exactly the same, serving a community and serving a borough that is no way, shape, or form the same as it was back in the 1940s. So people's work habits are different. Folks work all day now, not just 9 to 5. People don't just leave here and go to Manhattan to go to work. Most people in Queens work in their home borough. They go to school in their home borough. Unfortunately, our bus network does not reflect that. The goal when Andy Byford took over was to redesign the bus network and reimagine the bus network and specifically in Queens, by wiping the slate clean and creating a network that works for today's Queens. Now, obviously, we didn't get the first draft right. We are committed to getting it right, and that's why we're here, and we're going to come back here over and over again until we do. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, folks, if I could just tell you, the library has graciously agreed to stay open for a little while longer, so that all of you, if you want, can get upstairs at about 8 o'clock probably and speak with the planners. So you're speaking to the top boss in the building right now, but his planners are upstairs at the tables with the maps. So if you want to get that experience too, they're going to stay open past 8 o'clock so that you can get up there.
Thank you. Thank you. That was nice.
We love Andy too.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he's out of here. Unfortunately. I want to get this lady's question first, please.
No, I just want to know.
Sorry.
They finalized
Oh, nice to meet you, finally.
and we're ready to go. If there's still issues after it's all finalized,
Okay.
would they be open to change?
Okay, so great question. Thank you for asking that. So let's say it's 2021 and we're ready to roll this out sometime, 2021, whatever month it is, and we're rolling it out. We find that there are issues. We will continue to work with our riders and work with our elected officials and work with whomever we have to work with to get it right. A prime example of that is our Staten Island redesign, which was our first one that we did in August of 2018. That rolled out to less than optimal results when we first when that was first implemented. We worked with the Staten Island Borough President. We worked with our union partners. We even worked with DOT and, of course, our internal stakeholders over our partners in buses, and we got this right. It took us a while. It took us some hand wrenching and teeth gnashing, but we got it right to the point now where Staten Island, all of our key performance indicators that measure effectiveness of the Staten Island network are up. Our average travel time is down, wait time is down, travel speeds are up. Everything that you would want out of a bus network is improved, and that's because while we started out less than where we wanted to be, through work with the community, we're able to get it right. So the same thing is going to apply here in Queens also when the switch is turned on to a new network. If there are hiccups there, we are more than committed to ironing them out.
Thank you.
Right? Okay, yes.
You mentioned that the bus lines were originally started back in the 40s and so forth.
Right.
Have you taken into account the increase in population?
Oh, sure. Oh, no doubt.
That has occurred over that 50, 60 year
Absolutely.
period?
Absolutely.
And why that has not affected or has affected the ridership?
So a lot of
Increased it tremendously.
Well, again, great question. So yes, the population has increased dramatically over the last 50, 60 years. So too has the amount of vehicles on the street. So bicycles, cars, taxis, you name it, on the street. And all that is done is serve to slow down our buses. We not only do we need you guys to help us out and get this right, we also need our partners with the City Department of Transportation to get it right, to give our buses a fighting chance to get through the tangled web that we have now that we call a street network.
Just a quick reminder.
Sure. I got to
In
get to more
Queens,
people.
on the Queen, going out to Woodhaven, you have
Yes.
the bus
Hi, nice to meet
So,
Are you
look,
considering something like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice to
So
meet
the New York City Department of Transportation has identified about 50 priority corridors in the borough that such things such as bus lanes, traffic signal prioritization, which keeps the green lights green longer and shortens the red phases, queue jumps, everything that you can think of that can help buses along. That is going to be examined along 50 corridors throughout the borough, including Junction Boulevard and a few more around this area as well. We're going to try to appeal to DOT to help us out around 74th Street. We know that's a thorn in our sides as well as everyone here as well. So that is another aspect that we're really going to help. We're going to ask for DOT's help. We can't do it without them either. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Holmes, a lot of people are asking me if you guys can start doing weekend workshops. A lot of people would like to attend, but unfortunately they're working in the evenings or they have other obligations like children or caring for parents.
That's something we'll take back. Full disclosure, we're trying to in order we have to get the staffing for something like that, but that's something we can take back.
Or if I can add, we can just add outreach at the bus stops where people actually are taking the buses.
Right. Thank you.
Please, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir.
I attended one of the workshops a while ago.
Sorry.
Made some suggestions, and others made suggestions. Is there a way for attendees and also persons who are new to this campaign to look at some of the suggestions and see what we could do to have them implemented? One suggestion I made, to make a long story short, was to implement what's known as loop buses in the busiest areas so that whoever just wants to go a short distance within, let's say, the most congested Woodside, Jackson Heights, Elmhurst, Rego Park areas have the short running loop bus.
Right.
Has that been considered or discussed?
That has been internally discussed, as a matter of fact. Flushing, Jamaica, you could add to that as well. So, but the short answer to your question is yes. All of that has been discussed. We have a massive database of suggestions, of responses, of replies, of suggestions at our disposal, and we, along with our partners, are really trying to sift through all of that to make sure we design the most effective network possible. Ma'am?
So my question has to do with how has the MTA included demographics specifically related to equity, meaning persons with disabilities, so concentrations of, high concentrations of people with disabilities throughout the borough, as well as low income, to determine which locations will serve best populations that have been historically been excluded from planning.
So that information is available online through our existing conditions report, which was released in August of last year. All of that demographic information is available. Any answer to a demographic type question that we use to base as a basis for our network redesign is in that document. The existing conditions report is, as the name suggests, it's a snapshot of the existing conditions of Queens, who lives where, who works where. It's an overview of travel patterns. It's a really interesting document, if for nothing else, than just to know the lay of the land of Queens. So I would suggest you take a look at the existing conditions report.
And it's on the website,
Yes,
existing conditions.
Absolutely, yes. It's under our system modernization, bus redesigns, and you'll see it under Queens. The existing condition report is there. Yes, ma'am.
We have time for 2 more, and then Mark's got to get back upstairs, and all of you can go upstairs.
Okay.
I'm a high school student, and a lot of my friends don't even know that this is happening.
Right.
So I was wondering if the marketing committee is using anything to outreach to like public school students that really use the bus.
That is a big item. And then again, I don't know if you were here, if you heard me say that. I recognize the fact personally, by the way, because I took the bus to high school in Queens, that Queens is a major borough as far as bus transportations to our high schools is concerned. So we want to make sure we get the word out. I think that is something, a serious concern. And I thank you for that. We'll definitely take that back.
Mark's being nice to me. That's part of what I do.
Yeah.
I'm very kind right now.
Yeah, Mark is the best.
Two more. One more. Can we do 2 more? Can we do 2 more? I want to get this gentleman and this lady right here. And that's it. Yes, sir.
So are you gutting service, or is this the straight relining of the services?
It's a network redesign. What we did was we erased the map and we redrew it. In a sense, is what we did.
Why?
So, and again, to better reflect, to better match the bus network today to the borough of Queens.
I take the 49 all day long,
Right.
different times of the day.
Right.
There's always a crowd in that bus.
No, there's no doubt.
Always.
And you were here late. My first comment that I mentioned was we absolutely hear you about the 49 and all of the bus routes around here, but especially the 49. So the goal.
I gave Eric some pictures of it.
The goal, and I've seen pictures online of the 49 too, and I've ridden the 49 also. The goal here is to get this right, including the 49 and any other bus line around here. Totally get you, totally feel you, know where you're coming from. Thank you, and I definitely have it. Last question.
He's good though. He is good, Mark. He's good.
No, we're not canceling the 66. The 66 is being turned short at 51st Street in the draft.
To its old route.
To its old route, where it needs to turn 51st Street. Now, that's very good. Queens Surface Days, that was the terminus. We heard the need for folks to go to Woodside. We have blank cards there?
Oh, I can bring more down. I was collecting used ones.
Oh, you collected those, okay. So we heard the need to go further west to Astoria. That's part of what we are examining when we're looking at the entire network. So the short answer to your question is no.
I'll be right back.
It's not being cut. There'll still be a bus right outside on Northern Boulevard.
Mark,
Okay? To Main Street. to
you gonna
Flushing.
close? You gonna close it down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, everybody. If you want to go upstairs.
Oh,
you
no,
can
yeah,
stay on the
absolutely.
bill.
It was, thank you for coming out, you guys, and we will get it right.
Yeah, Mark is the best. Mark is the best though. He's the front face of the MTA. All the other people at the MTA are no good. But Mark is the best. I deal with Mark.
That I was here to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better.
I go to the board meetings, he's always open to us. Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel a lot better now that I was here, or to hear from somebody at the top.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
getting straightened out. But you know,
So I got it on video. Mark made some statements. I had to call a couple of people. Then suddenly everyone came down. Okay. Because there were people literally down there. Yeah. Yeah. You want me to shut it off? Okay.
Thank you for coming back.
Okay.
Welcome.
No doubt, no doubt. Welcome, welcome. Well, you're welcome, I should say.
Can I just say
Yes.
that those Girl Scouts gave one of the employees the hardest time upstairs.
Oh, cool.
That Spanish table, whoever's working that Spanish table, that guy's
Right.
working overtime.
Right.
Make sure he gets paid double because those Girl Scouts were grilling him.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what I like to hear. Beautiful.
Mark, thank you. Thank
All
you
right,
for
no problem, man. Relax, man. You know I got you covered.
I know.
man.
I was
All right,
really
okay.
proud of Mr. Holmes.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I'm Passengers United. You know, we got to look out for the
Any
people.
other cards? Any blanks?
That's what we
Anyone
do. We
needs to
advocate
fill out
for
a
you
card?
guys. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Mark Holmes.
Staffers United meet. How often?
We're a transportation group. This is my vice president, Jason Anthony Pinero.
I also belong to
Tell you more.
two organizations. You've probably seen me.
Hi, how you doing?
The discussion group about the bus reason.
Did you see?
We took pictures. We actually interviewed people
Unfortunately, that's the
upstairs.
system.
Oh, good.
we
So
have.
we'll be posting those
We
interviews.
do want to improve it. Go online
Yeah,
also, though, if you
still.
want to leave
They
something
were
online
telling
about the redesign. Excuse me. Please feel free to go online and leave your comments there as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the redesign.
Yeah,
You can leave
that
it
happens
about-
often because I take the bus
We'll pick it
a
up
lot,
and forward it
and that
to the
happens
appropriate
often.
parties.
And I've been telling
But-
people take pictures of it,
feel
but I
free to
think
use
they
this
feel a little
resource.
shy because there's the bus driver, and you want to really take the picture.
Right.
I would do it because I have no qualms to do anything,
Right.
but not everybody's like that.
That's true. That's true. It's hard to find.
I would do like, hold on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No,
So we're gonna get the route.
Traverse
I haven't heard.
Yeah, it was successful. It was great.
Give me a comment card. Give me a comment card.
You should have been upstairs taping
No.
everything.
You know what happened? There was people literally standing all the way to here, to that door. And they weren't, I had to scream at them to get them to come and give out the comment cards. Because I asked her,
I grabbed them to bring them upstairs because I was with him.
yeah.
And she wanted to wait. Are you taping this?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did. I taped the crowds too. I got pictures of the crowds and everything. I got their comments online.
Amazing.
That's why I was down here. I've already spoken upstairs at other events.
Upstairs was a waste anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, stupidity.
Yeah.
We're just sitting there like idiots at tables.
All right, so I should shut this off now. All right, guys, this has been an exclusive Passengers United video.
Yes, it has. Thank you for tuning in. Fight, fight, fight. Because what he has done to us as people with MTA is wrong. And we have to show him that we're united and that we're standing together and that we're going to fight you all the way, Cuomo and MTA. Thank you, tuning out. Stay blessed.
There you go. Thank you.